Alright, day 28 was a couple days ago. 4 weeks is now finished, and just want to share some final thoughts on everything, the process that I went through, and how I'm feeling. So, overall, plant-based diet, it really wasn't that difficult. Mentally for me, I got to that point where I was able to give up meat and animal products. And if you're thinking about giving it a go, you need to get there and here first. You can't expect to change the way you've eaten for the past decades at the drop of a hat without mentally preparing yourself. So just keep that in mind. A variety of foods with a plant-based diet is huge. People think, the only thing you can eat is salad. And I'll be honest, in 28 days, I didn't eat a single salad. So there's plenty of stuff you can eat. You just got to find out what it is that you enjoy, and the mix of veggies that you want to eat, and go from there. So, like anything, you have to be prepared. So make sure you have recipes that you can follow. Don't expect to just throw stuff together without understanding what you're trying to eat. Eggs and dairy. Dairy, I suppose, milk in particular wasn't that hard to give up, right? So almond milk as a replacement, that's fine. I have that with coffees, and that's pretty normal for me now, so I think I'll continue to do that. Cheese is probably going to come back into the diet, so I'll happily include that, because when you go to a restaurant, a lot of vegetarian options have cheese in them, and it's just really difficult to avoid. I'll probably limit that. I probably won't eat it at home too much, but when you go out, I can't be bothered to pick apart the menu. So cheese will probably come back in. Eggs, I did actually have eggs yesterday for the first time after 4 weeks, so it was good. It tasted great. Eggs have a lot of nutrients in them that I'm sort of missing, so from the nutritionist advice, I'll probably include those back in the diet. And I don't really have a problem. I have a hard time justifying not eating eggs, and that might be a bit hypocritical, but at the end of the day, it's a choice like everything else. So eggs will be included, and I'm looking forward to eating them again, because they taste good. Becoming a vegan, a lot of people have asked me, am I going to become a vegan now? And the short answer is no, because it's a really big pain in the ass. But part-time vegan, maybe. I'm happily won't eat most animal products, with the exception of eggs every now and then at home. But when we go out, to find a vegan option on a menu in a normal restaurant is near impossible. To go to a specific place to eat that is vegan, that's fine, but good luck when you're traveling as well, because stuff like that's hard in other countries. At the end of the day, like I said, part-time vegan maybe, but like everything, it's a choice. So I'll choose to eat a few things and include them in my diet. Meat particularly, I have a reservation to not eat as much of it now, and if I can go from 21 meals a week to 1 meal a week, or 1 meal a fortnight with meat in it, I'll be happy with that. It's definitely doing my part and having an impact. But at the end of the day, you can't deny that meat tastes great, and you feel good when you eat it. So I dare say that actually, funny, the first planned meal I have that I'm going to eat meat is in about 2 weeks' time, and I'm really looking forward to it. So it's given me this new enjoyment out of preparing to eat meat, which I never really had before, because I eat it every day. So I think that's kind of cool. The big question, I suppose, the whole reason why I started on this journey was, do I have more energy? And I can definitely say that I do have more mental energy. Just clear-headed, a lot better focused to be able to do things, especially at work, but also at home. For longer hours during the day, I can get stuff done, which is a very positive thing. Does that translate to more physical energy? You could argue yes or no, but I guess having the mental capacity to give myself the motivation to be able to do more stuff is having a positive impact. So I'm going to say yes. Do I feel better as a result? It's hard to gauge, I suppose, if I feel healthier as such, but I can definitely say that I'm not feeling any worse. So that's also a good thing. Sleep, week 4 sleep really, it didn't continue the trend to get better. If we look at restless minutes, it actually went up on week 3. So, at the end of the day, my opinion on sleep is that if you're not getting enough of it, you're going to suffer. It's as simple as that. Regardless of what you're eating, if you just have terrible sleeping patterns, then it's not going to help you. So focus on that. Be more conscious about it, I suppose, is probably a main thing. If you're staying up too late and realizing that, crap, should have gone to bed, then you got other things that you need to look at. The weight loss is an interesting one. I didn't set out with a plan to lose weight, but inadvertently I have lost over 4 kilos. I'm under 80 kilos now, which I haven't been for good probably over 12 months, and that's off the back of not even trying. So this is one that I've thought about a lot, actually, and a lot of people have commented and asked me about it, and heaps of people have said, I wish I could give up meat and give this a go. And my only response to you guys who are thinking about it and not doing it is, if you want to win, you got to play the game. And if you're not willing to step on the field and start playing, then don't expect to get any sort of result. It's as simple as that. So, and that's not particularly about giving up meat, but if you want to get the result, you got to put in the effort and figure out how to do it. So all I can tell you is that I have, for the past 4 weeks, not controlled my calorie intake. So I've eaten as much as I've wanted every meal until I feel that I'm full. I've eaten so I've eaten no meat, obviously, very little dairy, so cheese every now and then in a vegetarian meal, but heaps of vegetables. I've eaten a ridiculous amount of carbohydrates, pasta, rice, white potato, sweet potato, white rice, not even brown rice, and every meal focused around one of those sort of main starchy type of foods. All the stuff that people try to cut out because it's heavy foods that make you fat, apparently. So think about it, because I did it, and in 4 weeks I lost probably a little bit more 4 kilos. So all you gotta do is give it a go. But like I said, if you're not willing to play the game, you can't expect to win. That pretty much wraps it up. I've had a fun 4 weeks. I just want to thank everyone who's paid attention and watched and commented and provided feedback and given me other bits of inspiration as well. People that have provided menus and ideas. I thank everyone that's reached out and I've had conversations with about it. It's been fantastic. So ultimately, what you put on the plate in front of you and your family, and what you put in your mouth is a choice, like everything else. You don't have to eat meat. That's a choice. You don't have to eat anything. You don't have to eat vegetables if you don't want to, but the results of whatever you put in your mouth are obviously going to come out in what you can get done every day and all that sort of stuff. So I hope I've inspired people to think about their food choices, and you know what, at the end of the day, you can't put a label on it. I don't like putting labels on things, but you can't vegan or vegetarian or meat eater or whatever. It's all it is a choice. You go out to a restaurant and you pick the meal that you want. That's a choice. The food you buy in the grocery store, that's a choice. And everything you cook at home is a choice. So be better informed and make better choices is probably how I would sum it up for everyone. But I hope you've enjoyed it, because I've really enjoyed it too. So thanks very much.